Hi friends, welcome to the part 2 of Solidworks tutorial. Let's begin with the part 2 in which we will cover editing sketches. So in this topic we will see sketch fillet, sketch chamfers, how to offset an entity, how to convert the entity, trim the entities or extend it, mirror the entities, moving and copying the entity, modifying the entity in terms of scale, rotation, such as adding geometric relation between two entities, dimensioning the entities, and blocks. So let us begin with the first command, which is sketch fillet. Let us first draw a sketch over here. Let us make a rectangle. You can go to a command manager and access the fillet command from here, or you can go to tools, sketch tools, and fillet. So as it says, let's select two entities. You can give dimension over here. You can keep the constraint corner in which this corner point will remain as a reference point. Let us look at this option, dimension each fillet. So you can keep this as a 10. You can go to another fillet. When you check this box, what will happen is dimension will appear to all the fillets. So then you can manually go and change the fillet. Let's move on to the another command, which is chamfer. You can access this command by clicking on this arrow and select sketch chamfer. Now there are two options in sketch chamfer. Let us first look at the angle and the distance. Let us select two edges. So here you can see the distance is 10 and the angle is 45 between these two lines. So you can change this to 45 and then 45, you can go 60, you can go to 90, you can go to 70. So if you want this 70, if you want the angle 70 degree adjacent to this, let us look at the next one, which is sketch chamfer. Let us look at first angle and distance. So as it specified, as it says, we need to select two lines and it will apply chamfer between these two lines. You can see the distance, which is applied 20, and as the angle is 45, the distance will be same. What they say. I can change my angle from here to 60, but the angle will remain. This distance will remain 20. If you want this to be vice versa, then your selection method will be different. So first you have to select this line and then this line. So as it's specified, as you can see over here, the distance is on top and the second is the angle. So whichever line you will select first, it will apply distance to that particular line and angle with respect to that line. Let us look at another option, which is distance and distance. So you can see over here, there is no angle. You can give dimension according to your preferences, or you can make this as equal distance. When you make this equal, this symbol will appear beside the dimension. When you change the dimension, it will change automatically. Let us look at the offset command. What I will do is I'll first draw some sketches over here, so you have a better understanding of the continuous line over here. So in the command manager, here is you can select offset entity from here. Select an offset entity. Now here you will see different options. So we'll go to this one panel. Let us first select this line. So you can see my line is offset by 10 mm. If you add first checkbox, it will add dimension to that line. So if you want to modify this line later on, you can do it. Second option is you can reverse the line. So you can see you can reverse the line. Let's look at the third option, which is select the chain. So if I select this line, and right now only one line is selected, if I click on select chain option, if I select chain option, the whole sketch will be selected. Of course, the closed loop will be selected. I click on OK. Let's look at another option, which is bi-directional. So as the name specifies, offset will enter as the name specifies. Offset will happen to the direction. As the name specifies, offset as the name specifies, offset will happen into the direction. Let's look at another option, which is base geometry and construction geometry. So what is base geometry and construction geometry do is when you offset a line, if you click on the base geometry, the offset line will be converted into the base geometry and the original line will be converted into a construction geometry. So you can see over here, my offset line is my base geometry. Let us look at another option, which is offset geometry. My offset geometry will be converted into the construction line. So you can see over here, my base line is also getting converted to construction line because of this option checked out for an execute. You can see my offset line is converted to construction line. So there are other options over here which is grayed out right now. If I select this line and I say cap end, it will give me an option of an arc or a line. So you can see over here. So what we can do is it will close my sketch. So I want an arc. So it will give me an arc. So the diameter of this arc is equal to the offset distance whatever I have specified. If I want a straight line, so I can give it a straight line. I can give it an arc. So this was all about offset entity. Let's look at the next command, which is convert entity. Convert entity is used to create one or more curves in a sketch by projecting an edge, a loop, face, or a curve onto a sketch plane. You can access convert entity from command manager. In command manager, click on convert entity. So for example, there is a sketch on the front plane, and if you want to project this sketch on another plane, project a sketch on the plane. Click on the plane and select sketch. Click on convert entities from command manager and select the entity which you want to convert. Now you can select the chain. So the whole chain will get selected like this. So this way you can convert the entities. It can also be a face or an edge. You can project it to any surface. For example, let's say this is a solid part. I want to project this on this plane. Select convert entity, select all these entities, and project it on this plane. Let us move to the next very important command, which is trim command. We have various options of trimming the entity. Let us look at them one by one. Okay, let's look at the next option, which is trim command. So I'll try some lines so we can try it. So let us look at the first option in trim command. You can access the trim command from command manager, trim entities, and here you can see 5 options. Let us look at the first option, which is power trim. As the name suggests, you can drag the pointer on whichever line you want to trim. So you can see as I click, right click and hold it, if I drag, there is a line which is created. So I'll just drag the line which I want to trim. So it will trim the line to the nearest end point. So here is my end point. So if I want to trim this line, it will trim it to the end point. If I drag it over here, so this is the end point, so it will trim that line. Let us look at another option, which is corner option. So as the name suggests, as you can see in the graphical area as well, select the first line and then select the second line. As you can see, when I select the second line, it will show me the line which will remain and the opposite line will get trimmed. So if I select this line, this 2 line will get trimmed. Let's see if I select this line, so this both line will get trimmed. Select this line, the adjacent line will get trimmed. Let us look at another option, which is trim away. Trim away inside. So I'm going to select the first option, first line and the second line, and then the line which I want to trim. So this is the line which I want to trim. So trim away inside, it means whichever line which lies inside this boundary will get trimmed. Same goes for trim away outside. So as the name suggests, the outside line will get trimmed. Select this option. Let's look at the next option. Trim away outside. Select this line and select this line. Now I can trim outside line. So whichever line lies outside of this boundary will get trimmed. See. Let us look at the next option, which is trim to the closest point. So the closest point will get trimmed. Let's look at the next command, which is extend entity. Go to the command manager and click on the arrow below, which is string entity, and select extend entity. As the name suggests, you can see if I select the line, it will extend the line towards the nearest entity. Now, if I want to extend the line from here, so I have to come to the nearest point, or at least below the midpoint, like this. You can extend the entity. You can also extend the spline like this. Of course, you cannot extend this circle unless it has an end point. So, extend entity, and now I can extend the circle entity as well. Let's look at the next command, which is split entity. So let's take a line for an example. Let's say I want to split this line from here, from this point. So this command is not available in command manager. So you can go to sketch tool and select split entity. So click on any point and then create two separate lines. So you can either delete this as per your, you can edit this as per your preferences. Let us look at the next command, which is the jog command. For this, you have to again go to insert, sketch tool, and then select jog command. So what this will do is, as you can see, it will guide you in the property manager. Click and drag on the sketch line to add a jog to its segment. So I will click on this line and drag this. You can see the yellow line, and then I will right click on it to create this additional segment. So you can do this for a line as well. Let's see if we can do this for square. So let's go to sketch tool, jog. No, we cannot do this one. So we can only do this for a straight line. So as you can see, as we give the jog command, the perpendicular and parallel relationship are already added over here. Let's look at the next command, which is mirror command. Select the front plane and draw a sketch. I want to mirror these entities across this line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a construction geometry because I don't want this line to be mirrored. Go to the command manager and click on mirror entities. Here you can see the entity which I want to mirror. Choose the entities. And then about which line I want to create the mirror. So like this you can create the mirror. Now if you change the original sketch, the mirror will also change. Let's go to the next command, which is a dynamic mirroring. This is a very interesting command. Let's look at this. So if I make a line and make this as a construction line, go to tool, sketch tool, dynamic mirror. Click on this line, select this line. Now whatever I will draw, it will automatically appear on the opposite side, creating a mirror image of that line. Of course I can create this on the left side as well. So easy as it sounds. Let's look at the next command, which is the move command. So what I'll do is I'll draw a sketch, and then I'll go to move entity. It will prompt me to it will ask me to select the entity to move. So I'll select the circle, and then I'll select the start point. So I have selected the center point, and I'll drop it over here. You can also move this circle with respect to the XY coordinate, -10 and -20. So as you can see, so what it has done is it has moved to -10 in X direction and -10 in Y direction with respect to the point. I'll select the base point and copy this command now paste it over here. So here it will give me an option to move in XY direction display. What this keep relation means, if you have any geometric relation in your sketch, for example, vertical and horizontal, when you move this, it will keep the relationship intact. This is a base point and just snap it away. So as you can see, it has kept the relationship. Let us uncheck the box of keep relationship. This, you see, it doesn't have any geometric relationship, so I can move this. It has lost all the geometric relationship. But in this point, all the geometric relationship will be taken. Let us look at another option, which is rotate. As the name suggests, you can rotate any sketch. I've selected all these entities. Again, keep a relationship. You can keep it check. I like to keep it check. Select the base point. So I want to rotate about this point in 90 degrees. Like this. So you can another option, next option, which is scale. As the name suggests, you can scale. I've selected all this entity. I want this and all this entity to scale about this point. So this point will be fixed, and all the entities will shrink towards this point or expand towards this point. So let's say I want to twice. Let's say I want to double the size and I want to copy this. So copy means keep the original sketch and you can increase the number of copies. So it will just create the copy of the previous one, twice the size of the previous one. And like this. Let us look at the next option, which is a circular pattern. Click on the arrow and click circular sketch pattern. I have selected this arc and I have selected this point to be the center of my pattern. You can keep the distance 20 mm to be offset from the origin. You can also specify the degree in which you want to be. You want the number of instances to be in 180 degree. So you can specify that, so it will equally space this full circle in 180 degree, because equal spacing is checked over here. You can also give a dimension radius. You can also specify a particular angle which you want. So 90 degree. So it will space each circle at 90 degree. So increased, it will decrease the angle automatically. So it will specify at what angle your circle is spaced. So it is at 40 degree instances. Let's make this 360. There's equal spacing at 360. You can go to the option here, click on instances to skip. Click in this box and it will give you the option to discard the circle, just in case if you don't need it. This way, you can create a circular pattern of a sketch. Let us take example of a linear sketch. Let's say if I have a circle over here and I'll select a linear sketch. I want the circle to be spaced inside this rectangle, so I'll give the spacing in X direction and number of instances. And increase the number in Y direction. So you can see I can reverse the direction by clicking the reverse direction option over here. So this way I can create a linear pattern of a sketch entity. Let's go to the very important topic, which is giving the geometrical relationship to the sketch. So let's say I make a line over here. Let's make a sketch, a random sketch. So if I select a line, if you look at the property manager, it will show you the options over here to with whatever relationship I can, whatever geometrical relationship I can give to this line. So let's say I make this line vertical. I select this line, and if I select this two line, it will give me the option of what relationship I can add between these two lines. So let's say I make them collinear and I make them equal in length. So now if I drag it, this line will be equal in length. Let's say I want to make this two points coincide to each other. So I click on this point and I click on this point. You can see an option over here, just merge relationship. I want to make this line horizontal, so you can see over here, make this horizontal. Let's look at the other option. The relationship which can be added between two arcs or a circle is ordinal, so it will share the same radius, or it can be tangent to the circle, it can be tangent to this line. can be concentrated to this circle. So the center point of this circle and this circle will be same. If I select this point and if I select this point, it will give me an option. This line will give me an option to move this point and coincide the bigger point of this line. So I can give this option that point. Or either I can coincide this. So whenever I move this line, this point will always remain as a coincide to the midpoint of this line. I can make this two line equivalent line. So if I change one of the line, the other line, the length of the other line will change automatically. Or I can make this two line perpendicular together. So you see the perpendicular relationship of that. Now if you click on any line, let's make this perpendicular. So if you click on any line, you can see the relationship between the two lines will appear. You can hide the geometric relationship in the toolbar over here. Click on the eye icon and over here, view sketch relationship. So you can hide this from here if you feel like there is too much clutter in this sketch. So you can hide it from here. Just in case if you want to see what is the relationship between two lines or any single line, you just click on it, it will show you the relationship. So just coding here, this line is perpendicular. You can see if I move my cursor to this perpendicular relationship, it will show me that line 6 and 8 are perpendicular. If I move my line to equal, it will show me that these two lines are equal. The two lines which are equal will be shown. So if you over define any line, so it can create a conflict between two lines. So let's say if there is a perpendicular relationship which is already there between these two lines, if I go and give this line as a parallel option, the conflict and relationship will occur and it will be shown in red color. As you can see over here, I have already given perpendicular relationship between these two lines, and when I give a parallel relationship, it shows me and it gives a conflict and shows the arrow in red in color. So you can leave this sketch as it is, but as you come out of the sketch, as you exit the sketch, it will always show you a bottom side. So I always prefer to keep my sketch clean and straight. Let's look at the next and the very important command, which is giving dimensions to the sketch entities. We'll just first go and select horizontal dimension. So as the name suggests, you can specify dimension. You can define the length of the dimension. Now if I take it to the vertical dimension, it will not show me one dimension. But if I click on this line, it will show me the horizontal dimension of these two endpoints. So let's say 50. Let's look at the next option, vertical line. As the name suggests, you can only define dimensions of the entities which are vertical. Let's look at the next form of dimensioning the sketch, that is the oriented dimensioning, in which you can click on the edges, vertices, arc you want to dimension using the sketch oriented. As you click on each dimension in the plane, in the view aligned to the zero, so I'll click to oriented dimension and I'll click on this line. So the first point will be 0, 0, then the second will be 43.12 and so on. As this line is not vertical, we cannot dimension this line, but I can still give dimension to this vertices this way. Just in case if you would like to add dimensions once you're out of the dimension command, right click on the arrow and click on add to orient. This way you can add the dimension. Let us look at the next option, which is horizontal oriented dimension. As the name suggests, you can give dimension to only horizontal lines. If you select a vertical line, it will throw an error. So here also, once you're out of the dimension command, and if you would like to add dimension to this, and if you would like to add dimension, right click on the arrow, click add to orient, and you can select the dimension. Let's look at the another option, which is vertical oriented dimension. Of course, as the name suggests. Now whichever point you will click first, it will become the 0, 0, and from that point it will take the reference of the next vertices or the line or the point. So now whenever you exit the sketch or any sketch, try to make that sketch as fully defined. So you have three types of sketches: underdefined, overdefined, and fully defined. So now we'll look at the underdefined sketch first. So as you can see over here, my sketch is underdefined. You can tell this because all my sketch entities are blue. I haven't given any dimension or any orientation. Let us go ahead and give dimension to all the sketch entities and give this as 100, and I'll place this circle on the PCD of 320. And you can see my circle is still blue because I haven't fixed it. I can still move this circle. So what I'll do is I'll make this constraint vertical to this point. So now you can see my sketch is completely constrained. All my sketch entities has turned to black in color. Now let us look at the overdefined sketch. Now the overdefined sketch, as we have seen before, if there are two conflicting geometrical relationship, the sketch will be overdefined. So let's say I give dimension over here. So you see this dimension is grayed out because I have already given the dimension to the outer circle. Another option is the conflicting geometrical relationship between two sketch entities. You can see over here, it will show me an error overdefined relationship. So I have given a tangent C between these two circles, and it cannot give tangent C because both circles are concentric to each other. So the center point, it share the same center point. So these points cannot be tangent. So now my sketch is fully defined. I cannot move anything. Let's look at few tutorials now, and we will make few 2D sketch for a better understanding of our commands. So let's start with circle. So what I'll do is I'll write down this outline everything. It's easier for me, and I can always give dimension and constrain the lines later on. So we'll try to use all the commands as far as possible. So I'll just offset this. And a 3-point slot over here. And also offset this. So first, let's go ahead and give dimension to all the inner loop that we see over here. So these are in inches, so we'll convert our unit system to inches. Go to the Right button power custom and change the range. Edit. So enter is 1.125. 1.750. One point 605. Slot length is 1. 1.437. I'm getting the offset dimension. Diameter is so redesign, sorry. So 3, 1, 2. So 5. This is 45. So let us make a reference line. Let's go ahead and demonstrate the size.
Kamu perlu sama ya?
Pandu kan?
Pacar kamu.
So now the sketch is complete, but it doesn't look like it is complete. Let's go ahead and use the power trim command to trim the sketch entities. So looking at this, I can guess how the part will look like. We'll just go ahead and make a 3D model out of this. So let's draw it and I'll select this sketch. Okay, this again, let's select this section first. So let's say this is a 40-inch part. I will pass switcher and I can use sketch again. Click on it and say show. So it will show. So here the good thing is Solidworks is you can use the same sketch for a different feature. So what I've done over here is there are no closed loop in this sketch. So if I edit this and if I say shadow, so these are the different closed loops. Multiple closed loops are found inside this sketch. So what I'll do is I'll make just one sketch and make the feature out of only one sketch. So and first select this region. Plane, say 1/4 inch. This region, and this region, say 1/2 inch. So according to me, this is how the part will look like in 3D. Thanks for your time and patience, friends. If you have any comments, any suggestions, you can please write it down in the comment box and I'll get back to you soon.